Welcome to the Daf. We're holding in Zevachim Daf Kuf Aleph, and we're starting in the second line of Kuf Aleph on Dalef on top. Now, where are we jumping into? Into a sugi. Which sugi is that? Sugi is the Yoim Hashmini L'Miluim. Eight. Yeah, I'm saying it's 8
I know.
Yom Hashmini L'Miluim. Where Yom Hashmini L'Miluim, what's going on? Yom Hashmini L'Miluim comes Aaron HaKohen, and there is a terrible tragedy happening that day. The day the Mishkan is built, 2 children of Aaron HaKohen die. Now, the Moshe Rabbeinu.
I was literally talking about Yechezkel.
Yeah? No. Moshe Rabbeinu comes, and some of the Korbanos, they wasn't going to discuss exactly which one, got burned. They burned it. They couldn't eat it. So Moshe Rabbeinu came and says, like it says in the pasuk, that's exactly the middle of the Torah. What is the middle of the Torah? Veis. I forgot the lashon of the pasuk exactly. Dorish. No. So very good. I want to get to that. Hopefully, the end of that. That the middle letter of the Torah is Gachoin the Vav.
Right.
The nun. Yeah. So you have, that's the middle letter. The 2 words which are the middle of the Torah, it says Seir Chatos, Dorash Moshe. Dorash. It says Dorash. That's exactly the middle of the Torah. Dorash. So Moshe Rabbeinu is asking, why did you burn the? Why did you burn the? Why did he burn it? Let me see here so I can move my head. Yeah. So the Dorash Moshe, he's asking, where is it? So this is what they're going to speak about. What exactly happened? Why was the carbon being burned? What was the purpose? What was the reason? Here's the discussion. Let's go see. Says the Gemara Torah Rabbanon. There's 3 times it says in the pasuk the word of tzivui. It says kichein tzuveisi. It says v'achal the mois v'kodesh in the mokum kodesh kichein tzuveisi. Kasher tziveisi. That's when Moshe Rabbeinu is asking the question. Moshe, what happened to the korban? Why didn't you eat it? Like I told you to eat it. Kasher tziva Hashem. And that's what it says. Also back to the tzivui. He said you have to do it like Hashem said. So 3 times it says that Baruch Hu told you to do it. To do what? Says the Gemara, Kichein Tzuveisi Ba'aninu Sechlu. When Moshe Rabbeinu says Kichein Tzuveisi, he says you're supposed to eat it even if you are an Oinen. Even though someone died in the family, you still eat it. Kasher Tzuveisi B'shas Ma'isa Marlein Kasher B'ashar Rabbanim. In other words, the 3 psukim are in the beginning. Moshe Rabbeinu says the order. Rabbi say you have to eat this, and Yom Hashmini L'Miluim Korbanos you have to eat, even if you're going to be an oinen. Then Moshe Rabbeinu comes and sees Korbanos not eating. I told you that you should eat even if you're oinen, and it's not me. Kasher Tziva Hashem. Of course, when Moshe Rabbeinu says Hashem, that's what he says. So that's what the Gemara starts with. We're going to get back to all these details. Some of your meaning, where he asks the question, it was burned because of Ninus. Meaning, the pasuk says that when Moshe, in the same parasha, Moshe Rabbeinu goes to Aaron HaKohen and says, Aaron, why did you burn the meat? So Aaron says, and we'll see in a moment, we're going to get in the Gemara is going to go in to give us a whole dialogue of Moshe Rabbeinu and Aaron, what exactly they said to each other. But eventually, Aaron says, what does it mean? According to this bandon, we'll see in a moment in Machlokes, that he said, it was a ninus. What happened? My kids died, so I couldn't eat it. And it says, Moshe Rabbeinu was very happy with the answer. You just said that he said that he got an order to eat it even if you're not eating it. Says the Gemara, yeah, no, the English is the question, it's a taina. But then he says, Veita Be'ina, Moshe Rabbeinu agreed. Says the Gemara, Amashur Lakasha. Harab Yudah of Nachnatzul Machlekes. And again, we're now really dissecting. This is like a Gemara that gives us a new understanding of the psukim. When you read the psukim in the Torah over there, it's very confusing what's going on. But now you have 2 opinions how to understand it. And let's say Ashtakis. Italian. Chemia says, what happened? Why did they burn the carbon? Because of Aninus. Because exactly what happened. Aaron Kohen was an Einan. His kids died. That's what Chemia Shita. What was going to say in a moment. So what exactly Moshe Rabbeinu was upset about? Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Shimon Aimen, we played Tuma Nisifo, who was burned because of Tuma, because it became Tommy. Shiva Tari Meir B'Yam Minus Nisifo. If you the meat, they get on. Shiva Tari B'Yam Nisifo. If you say it was the problem was because of an inus. Ayala Shloishtam Shisifo. So this we'll see in a moment. There's 3 korbanos that came that day. One was the chatos Chodesh. Every Chodesh have a chatos. The other one was, there was 2 other korbanos. One was for the day, and one was the nachshon. Remember, all the Nisim brought the korbanos. We just read in Chanukah. It's korbanoi nachshon be'aminodo l'mati Yehuda. So he's bringing that same day. The 3 korbanos came. Only one of them was burned. Only the seir of Chodesh, as we'll see. So it says, if you hold use an oinen, you can't eat. So why are you burning only Rosh Chodesh? You should burn all the korbanos. Another question: if you hold as aninus, good morning. If you're oinen, eat it in the night. That's the sugi of yesterday's daf. Then an oinen can eat that night. Why can he eat in the night? If you hold that aninus is only the rabbanan in the night, you can eat. So you eat in the night. Third question: if it's aninus, follow Pinchas. Pinchas was there. Pinchas not oinen. It was for Pinchas. It was his uncles.
Right.
Pinchas ben Elazar.
Right.
So Pinchas, his uncles, is not one of the 7 relatives.
Right.
He's not oinen. Let him eat it. Why are you burning it? So 3 questions if it's an oinen. That's why Rabbi Yehuda was not happy with Nehemiah's shot. Well, the Omar no. Both brises, one that says that Moshe Rabbeinu says you should eat it as an oinen, and one that says that burned it because they were oinen, is both of Nehemiah. So how does that work? And that's really the answer to one of the questions we'll see in a moment, that there's a difference between the kosher that you have every generation, like say Rosh Chodesh, Be'ez Hashem, next Rosh Chodesh, will be in Beis HaMikdash, do say Rosh Chodesh. So say Rosh Chodesh is done every single generation. Seir Nachshon and the Seir of the Miluim was done only only when they built the Mishkan.
Right.
So whatever was done, was the only time they did in history, that was not burnt. The one they do every generation, that was burned. So that's why, so the Nehemiah says, I hold, and that's really answering the first question. First question was, why didn't you burn, if it's aninus, you should burn all 3 korbanos. Why are you burning only 1 korban? Answer is, the only burn koche doirais, not koche shah. Let's answer the question. So Nehemiah himself could say some things were burned, some things were not. Moshe Rabbeinu said to eat it even in your oinen, that was a koche shah. That means the temporary one-time event. And what it says not to eat it, you have to burn it. It's koche, the Seir Chodesh. And all that will be described in the Gemara now in the next few lines. So that's what the Gemara says. It says both are Nehemiah. Now the Gemara goes on. Let's go through the discussion. Is that a chumash over there? You mind bringing it? Sorry, I hope we're not stealing from whoever's using it. So the shaila is, how is Rav Nehemiah and how is Rav Yehuda explaining the psukim? So the psukim are right over here. Vayikra, Perek Yud. This is the story of the
Shot, right?
Shmini. You have here lots of Yisama going to be Samikdash doing something wrong. It's not clear what they did wrong. There's about 7 explanations what they did wrong, but they did something wrong. Eish Zara.
They drank,
They drank. Eish Zara.
Torah.
They did something wrong, and he died. Now comes Moshe Rabbeinu's Chemishi and Pasha Shmini, right? And he said, what happens over here? Petzeir achatos. Here we're in the middle of the Torah. Dorash Moshe. That's it. Like I said, Dorash. Remember, if we have time at the end of the year, we'll go back to that. Middle of the Torah. Dorash. Right there's the middle of the Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu is darshaning.
In between the 2 darashes
Is the middle. It's exactly the psukim divided. Being a song, Moshe Rabbeinu seems to be like Guys, where's the Seirush Chayde? It was burned. Burnt by Yiksoif. Moshe Rabbeinu gets angry. Doesn't happen a lot. Moshe Rabbeinu was punished for sometimes when he gets angry. By Yiksoif, Lozu Soma B'nei Aaron and Noisor Lamor. He's angry at them. It says, why did you eat the chatos? Ki kodesh kadoshim he. It's kodesh kadoshim, and we're going to see how we darshan each one of these psukim. The word of psukim. You need it for kapara. Well, what are you doing? Hey, Lohuva is dumb. This is now we're going out through the Gemara now, and we're going to darshan these words. The blood didn't not go inside a kodesh primo. You should eat it. How about Aaron and Moshe? So Aaron tells Moshe. Moshe is angry. Aaron goes to Moshe, my dear brother. He says, they just did the korban today. And this is what happened. I should eat it. We don't know what Aaron just said. Aaron just said something. Moshe says, why aren't you eating it? Says Moshe Aaron Kohen, I should eat. Ayita bin Hashem, that'll be good. Moshe says, Aaron, you convinced me. What happened? Now the Gemara is going to bring you two explanations how to understand this whole shock of the time. So let's see. Says the Gemara. Let's go back. How do each one of them explains the psukim? Says, why didn't you eat? Why didn't you eat? Moshe was asking, why didn't you eat? So Moshe, even in the psukim, it looks that Moshe is talking to Elazar and his summer, but he's really talking to Aaron Kohen. So, maybe you took the blood of the chatos and brought it into Kodesh Kadashim, and that's where it got ruined because you're not supposed to take it there. It says it didn't come in. Maybe he left the Mishkan. It went out. It's the next word in the puzzle. Maybe you're makrivit as an oinen. That's what he asks. Says Aaron Kohen. Whoa, 1 second. Who's the one doing that krav over there? Are my children doing that krav, or I'm doing that krav? I'm doing that krav. Okay. I'm a Kohen Gadol. We just doing yesterday's daf. Kohen Gadol makriv oinen 2 days ago. Right. So now Moshe Rabbeinu says to Aaron Kohen, my dear brother, I don't understand what you just say. I just gave you 3 outs. Three strikes. What? Did it go out? Did it go in? No. Did it go out? No. With the oinen? No. I mean, it's me. So he says, hang louvos domo. It didn't go in. So it didn't go out. And it's you. So I said you should eat it. Why didn't you eat it? What you going to say? I told you that Kohen Gadol should eat. Why didn't I eat it? Says he says in a statement, this is what happened to me. What happened to him? What happened to Aaron Kohen that day? His two got killed. You sure I should eat it as an oinen? Hi, Moshe would have said, yeah, Hashem told me to eat it. Maybe you heard that as an oinen should eat it is only for the one-time event korbanos that are coming only today. There's a special dispensation, you can eat it even though you're an oinen. Kotche can't be, you can eat it. Why? Learn from Meiser. Meiser Sheni, which is considered to be the lowest level kedusha that you have. Meiser Sheni, they bring to Yerushalayim, and a person doesn't have to be the kohen, the owner eats. That's the Lashon Apostle. What's that? It wasn't an oinen. Oinen is oinen. Kosher door is the kosher get. If a ma'isa you can't eat as oinen, so if kosher we can't eat as oinen. So says Aaron according to Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, I know you heard that I'm supposed to eat an oinen, but that maybe is only for the one-time event, not for regular kosher. Miyad vayishma Moshe vayitabeino. Moshe Rabbeinu says, "Oh, you are right." And here comes the Musa Askel. He admitted, what Moshe Rabbeinu could have said? They said, Taka, I didn't hear about it, but maybe you're right. He wasn't embarrassed to say, Shamati v'shachachti. Moshe Rabbeinu says, Aaron, I heard, that's exactly what I heard. I forgot. I made a mistake. That's how Nehemiah Dash. So according to Nehemiah, Moshe Rabbeinu comes at Taina to Aaron HaKohen and says, what happened wrong? So Aaron HaKohen itself, tell you what happened wrong. I'm an oinen. So oinen is only applicable to Amalai eating it only for Kodshe Shah, only for the one-time event, not for Kodshe Dos. Says the Gemara, how would be the Shimon explain the Psukim? They learned it did not have because of Aninus. So now the Gemara goes, the beginning is very similar. Beginning the same thing. Why didn't you, first Moshe Rabbeinu comes in angry. Why didn't you eat the chatos? Maybe you went to Kodesh Kadoshim. Same question. He didn't go in. Maybe he left the Mishkan. Maybe he didn't buy Ninus. I'm the one who's not. Right? Until here, it's repetition. They both agree to the sake of conversation. But here's where Rav Yehuda argues. Because if Yehuda holds as an oin and he can eat it. That day there was a special dispensation, you can eat all kabbanis. So what's the issue? So now comes the new thing. Says Moshe Rabbeinu to Aaron, maybe you're an oinen. You saw your kids die. You weren't so focused anymore, and he made it tummy. So he says, whoa, you think? Says Aaron according to Moshe Rabbeinu, that because I have two kids that died, so I'm going to be mevaze kodesh shamayim? I'm going to mistreat kodesh? Here it's not an answer. It's a kaino. It's like a question. You think if this happens to me, you think if all my kids will die, I'll do something wrong? I'll never do something wrong. Says Moshe Rabbeinu. So why am I eating it? I see we did by news. So what's the problem? So says Moshe Rabbeinu, according to this shita, says Moshe Rabbeinu, I know I can eat it as an onion, but not in the day, only in the night. I can eat it, but only in the night. All right, now I can do that krova today and eat it tonight. How do I know I can eat today? Before we spoke about regular kachim, a kachim in general, I talk about the day. You don't eat it as an onion. Kodesh chavil kosher. Miyad vayishva Moshe with the kavavos base vayita beino. Moshe Rabbeinu heard it and agreed. Again, the same answer. Lo boish Moshe lo imar lo shamati. It wasn't embarrassed to say I didn't hear. Shamati v'shachachti. Oh, so what happened over here? According to this shita, did anything wrong happen? No. Nothing wrong happened. So Moshe Rabbeinu is asking, why are you eating the kachim? So he says, I'm not eating it because is anything wrong? They go in. No. They go out. No. Are you tummy? No. Oinen? Says Oinen. I'm not going to eat today. I have to eat tonight. So he says, that's what he says. He says the more right away, when he asks.
This parent is not a point to Kachi, there is Kachi Shah.
Right. So does not hold the chiluk. Says the Gemara, according to this, okay, so well, okay, great. So why didn't he eat it? It says they got burned. Why did he burn it? Nothing wrong happened. According to this psukim. Says the Gemara, Tuma be'oines basa. It was a tuma afterwards. So much when it goes down, it says, was there anything wrong? No. Inside, outside, was there a tuma? No. Afterwards was. But not then. So Bishur Rabbanah says very interesting. That's like to think about that there was a tumor, just not tumor in the beginning. So you know what you're saying, like Moshe Rabbeinu asked him, was there any tumah? No, there's no tumah. And then immediately after there was tumah. Says the Gemara, Bishop, what is hayoim? And he says, I can't eat today. I can't eat tonight. So he's saying only hayoim I can't eat. Well, what's today? Because we're talking about the korban of Chodesh. The chodesh of today, so I can't eat it. Meaning we're saying the word hayoim, meaning hayoim means I'm bringing a korban for the day, which is kodshe doiros. Hayoim, it's for the day. Hello, boy, my hein hayoim. What's hein hayoim? How come hen nikruvu anikrav? Hein means them. Hein is like him in Hebrew. Hein. Hey, in other words, did they do that krava? I did that krava. That's why Ninus did not person. That's what he's basically saying. Okay, so let's go back to the questions we had in Nehemiah. You have to have all three kabbalas should be burned. My shlosha. What is the three kabbalas? The Tanya of it, Seir, Chatas, Dorash, Moshe. Again, that's the person we mentioned. Seir, what's Seir? Zusir Nachshon. The first korban that came the day of the Chanukas Nesim. Chatos, Chatas Shmini. Chatos Yom Shmini L'Miluim. Dorash, Seir Shosh Chodesh. Yachol Shloshtam Nisevu. According to Nehemiah, only one was burned. That's what I asked. I should burn all three of it today. Only one of them was burned, not the three. Dorash, Tej Rishus Lama. Why is Moshe Rabbeinu say Dorash? Exactly twice. Only Primachat Azu Nisrefo Ve'elu Munachos. Moshe Rabbeinu is asking. It's like Moshe Rabbeinu is asking like a Mimonoshach. It's a long Shashayim. Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't understand. Why this you burned? And why this you didn't burn? Nice. Meaning, if you burn this, burn all three. Right. You didn't burn. That's exactly true. Dorash. Why this yes, this no? Oh, sorry. The word says the which korban was burned? There's three. Which one was burned? That's the next possible. That's coming for kapara. Which one is coming for kapara? Is the Seir Shosh Chodesh. Because Seir Shosh Chodesh goes to be mechaper. On Tumas Bigdash V'Kotchov, so for the three Seirim, the one who comes to Kapara is the Seir Chodesh. So it says that was the one who burned. So Gemara goes on and says, one second, Shafir, Ka'amile, and Nehemiah. Ka'amile. So Shir Ka'amile. So remember, we asked the Mudaf, they asked three questions of Nehemiah. First one was, why didn't he burn all three, if he's only? Number two is, why Pinchas did it, why didn't he in the night? So Nehemiah, the time, Nehemiah goes to Shitosoi, Tomer Koche, Shah, Le Poslu, Ba'aninus. First answer is already answered before. He owes the only thing you burn is only Kodshe Doyer, the only thing that applies to every generation, not the one-time event. So why didn't he in the evening? Shofar Carmel, it's a good question of Nehemiah. Kasova and Yunus Lailo Doraisa. He owes, what we saw yesterday's that it only is also the night, that's what you can't eat at night. And the third question was, what Prichas? Shafir Carmel, they're saying good. Sobala Kabelozo. Oh, what was the question about Pinchas? Let's go back to the question a second.
It was a nephew. He's on 9 now.
Oh, so Pinchas should eat it. Why should Pinchas eat it? Is what? And what was he? A kohen. So he can eat it. So whoa. When is Pinchas a kohen? When Pinchas became a kohen? The boy till now understands he was a kohen like, from the beginning. That's the boy understands. He holds like a blazer. Toma Blazon Chanino, his kind Pinchas that showed good Zimri. You know when Pinchas became a Kohen? After the story of Zimri. Tichtiv Oisolor Zarachon, Brisku Messiah. Call a Kohen. Rashomach is some Shalom and Ashwatim. Later, when it was in the time of Yeshua, Binun, there was if I'm not mistaken, what happened was the Shavas Reuben and God, they built some bomber in the other side, and the Amisol was about to do a war with Reuben and God. Came Pinchas and made a peace. Shema ve'ishma Pinchas HaKoyen, and he said, Ve'shel Israel, and it did peace. So it says here, the first time it's called Pinchas HaKoyen. Always call him Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKoyen. Right. Now he became a Kohen. So Machlek is when he became a Kohen. Some say he became a Kohen only when he killed Zimri. Oh. And the third shita is he became a Kohen only after he went there to Shul. It says that his kids will be a Kohen. It means a bracha that the Kehuna will remain forever. But now they became a Kohen. Meaning, the pshat is that the kids will cry out him, not him. The pshat is that once you become a Kohen, it will stay forever. It says Pinchas Kohen. Only then he became a Kohen. Sorry, I made a mistake. The first one is lebracho dichtiv, that should be forever. The first one. That yeah, no, I said it right. It goes to the Zarach. Now the second one is the Yachaz Zarachoiv. He became a kohen before, but they didn't become kohen gedolim until after. What he was already a kohen in the time of Zimri, right. But when he became the kohen, the kohen gadol, that's only when he did shalom and ashwati when he went there to shalom. So the Gemara says over here that what? The Gemara says over here that what? That Dover Niflamite. So mainly the Gemara says here we have three different opinions when Pinchas became a kohen. Was it right away? Was it after he killed Zimri, or was it when he went down to Shul? So mainly what comes to the Gemara? Because he was an oinen. Because he was an oinen. So therefore he's what? Therefore he. Sorry. That because they were oining, they couldn't eat it. So the Gemara asked if they're oining, so why they can't eat only Sirish Chaydish? Only Sirish Chaydish. So he says either because Sirish Chaydish is the Dairis. The other ones you could eat. Why can they eat at night? Night you can't eat oining. Why can Pinchas eat it? Pinchas wasn't a kohen yet. So we answer all the question of the Chemet, so the Chemet learns the Sukkah. That's what he holds. The other one, the army of Yudah, Shimon old, it became Tommy. That's what it was. Now. What? Even if we're about it, it became Tommy, like because. Yeah, once the meat is Tommy, nobody can eat it. It's like right away. Yeah, it was all time to eat it. They took care of it, no time to eat it. Now here, there's a beautiful Nikudo. A lot of things over here in the whole Dorish Rosh Moshe and the whole story. But we see now, based on what we learn now on the home base. This I heard from someone. The base of it is written the Shulei Pinchas, but with a few additions. What the Moshe Rabbeinu, according to what we say right now, which korban is dashing? Which say was missing? Seir Rosh Chodesh. Moshe Rabbeinu is asking for the Seir Rosh Chodesh. It's bothered that it wasn't there. Moshe is angry. Why are you angry? Why did you do Seir Rosh Chodesh? That was the thing that bothered Moshe Rabbeinu the most. Why? So we know the Seir Rosh Chodesh is the ultimate tikkun. Yeah. Why do we bring Seir Rosh Chodesh? What does Gemara tell us? Gemara tells us you bring Seir Rosh Chodesh because it's a kapara on HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shemiat Yisrael. They made the moon small. They made the moon small. I have to understand what Baruch speaking. What do you mean kapara on HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Kapara for Hashem. That's what it says. We're two places. One Shavuos, the Gemara in Chulin says, why do we bring Seir Rosh Chodesh? Aviu alai kapara. The Gemara says, so to speak, rectify me. Shemi atiti sarech, I made the moon small. That's what we bring Seir Rosh Chodesh. Small moon? What shaykh is? What do you want? I didn't make it a little bigger. But the Oimekainin is, first of all, I have to know that the Maharal says, kapara means you have to fix the problem. There's a problem over here, the moon is small. Why do we care the moon is small? Yep. Oh, so what happened? So it says, this base of Yitzhak has a chover. It's very deflating. It sounds like this. The moon is a parable to us. The moon brings all the light and shines it to the world. It's a reflector. Am Yisrael is the moon. It's supposed to reflect the light of Hashem. How do you know Am Yisrael is the moon? We say it every because of Chodesh. Every time we do every Kiddush Levana. What do we say? We say Shem Asidim Lischadesh Kemoiso. Am Yisrael are like a Levana. They call it the Levana. They're going to be renewed like the Levana. So what's shot the Levana because small? Levana doesn't have a das. He doesn't have his own opinion. I think the Levana actually was. Shad is it reflects the world. This world, the Levana doesn't have the ability to be as big as the sun. Meaning, Am Yisrael can't fully reflect the world in this world. We're too far. Too far. This world, we're small. We're not able to fully reflect it because we have a little bit of distance. That's this world. So Mishmach will be the mood small. But what calls Mashiach, says, the Levana will grow We said bring Kiddush Levana. Obviously will be big. They'll be able to fully connect to Hakadosh Baruch Hu, fully reflect the Hakadosh Baruch Hu. That is the change. What Shmuel says, if you like kaparish right there, means every Rosh Chodesh we're coming and we're yearning for the Levana to be renewed, which means we're yearning for Avisol to be renewed. That's the whole Kiddush Levana we're saying. Avisol, speaking with the Levana, Sheva Seim's Chash Kabayso will be renewed like the Levana. So the Levana reflects us, and this world we're too small, plus the level will be bigger. So when we bring Rosh Chodesh, talking about the ultimate tikkun that will come us in love. Talking about the fact that Mashiach will come and I saw before. That's what we bring Rosh Chodesh. What does Moshe Rabbeinu want? Moshe Rabbeinu wants the Seir Rosh Chodesh. He wanted to have the ultimate tikkun in the beginning of the Mishkan. I did the Mishkan is built. The Shechina is you read the Tachtoini. The Shechina is coming down to here. It's an unbelievable gilui. That's why none of you die, because when you have a gilui, that's why you have a danger. Moshe Rabbeinu says, we have the opportunity now. Let's bring Seir Rosh Chodesh. We'll bring the Levana fully. Mashiach will come. End of days. So Moshe Rabbeinu, because Seir Rosh Chodesh is burned. Shmuel says, "Vayiktzar Moshe." Moshe Rabbeinu says, "What's going on over here?" And this also, that's the nekuda we say. You said gachoin. Gachoin. This I have to check it out to see if you have enough. Gachoin. It says, "What's the gachoin?" The big vav, because that's the middle of the letters.
The middle.
It's keneged. It's keneged. Yeah, keneged the nochash. Why?
Okay.
Because the Torah to come to the world to elevate all the bad of the world and bring it up. So the Torah is why we have a Torah in the world. Shmuel who has a Torah, bring it down, Kodesh down to the world to be able to elevate the whole world. The Gachoin is talking about the Nachash is the source of bad of the world. We want to show that the Torah was coming to a world of Torah Ra to elevate the Ra. That's the same thing. Dorash Moshe. Dorash. Yeah, in the middle of the Torah, you're trying to connect and elevate the world. Moshe Rabbeinu says the ultimate tikkun of the world. So Moshe Rabbeinu is asking, where is Rosh Chodesh got burned? It's not just another carbon got burned. That's the ultimate tikkun. That's what's bothering Moshe Rabbeinu. Says Aaron Akari without Zeichen. I'll tell you, we're supposed to burn it either because of Anidus or because of Tuba. We're supposed to burn it. That's in the middle of the Torah. That's what the Torah is all about. Coming to Mitaken, and Moshe Rabbeinu is asking, Rosh Chodesh. And we missed out another opportunity over there. That's what happens on that day. So we'll stop over here. Here's the show. It goes clear for you because it goes into the next topic about the status of Moshe Rabbeinu in the beginning of the Mishkan.
By the way, just to like wrap up, there were so many Yana Diyamas. You're talking about Shmini. Of course, that's all the stuff from. We just celebrate Shmini.
It's more than that.
Of the 8 days of Hanukkah.
Because the Mishkan was when?
Hanukkah.
No.
The Mishkan is in
Shlesh Nisan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
That's Yom Shmini. Yom Shmini the Miluim is Shlesh Nisan.
Right.
Now Rashi brings over here.
So the whole thing was
8 days. It took 7 days to build a Mishkan. And Yom Shmini.
each day of the seeing that wasn't.
No, that's after. So you have 7 days of Miluim, which is called Chav Gimel Adar until Lamed Adar, and then on Aleph Nisan until Chav Tes Adar. Aleph Nisan is Yom Shmini the Miluim. That's when the Mishkan is built, and then the Nisim start bringing the Kabbalah for the next 12 days. So we read the Torah out to base. That's regarding the building of the Mishkan. But when was the Mishkan ready? That's the connection to Hanukkah.
Okay.
The Mishkan was ready on Kislev. Pashas al Chafei, after it says the Medrash, on Chafei Kislev. So the Mishkan was ready. They had all the material.
This is before the Nes of Hanukkah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Mishkan.
Right.
They're ready to build it. So the Baruch says move it to Nisan. There's a reason.
Menorah.
The reason for HaKadosh Baruch Hu should be going to Shkesh Nisan. But he said to Kislev, I owe you something. And now Chanukah is based Cheshmonai. That's what the Medrash says. That the Mishkan was finished. The Mishkan is finished, belongs to Chanukah as well. That's where you read Chanukah is in the Nisim. That's where you read every day of Chanukah.
Beautiful.
Well,
And maybe taking from the menorah of 7.